My beloved child, pause and rest in this moment, for I wish to speak gently to your heart and remind you of the steadfast love that has held you since the beginning of time, even before you took your first breath, and even before you faced the trials that now weigh upon your soul. I am here, watching over you, guiding each step you take, hearing the longings of your spirit, and embracing your every fear. Though storms rage around you and doubts may swirl within, I stand unshaken, beckoning you to find solace in my everlasting presence. Do not doubt my commitment to you, for my devotion is as constant as the sunrise, and my affection for you knows no limit. There is no moment I am not with you, and there is no height or depth where my love cannot reach. Believe in this promise and lift your face toward the light, for the chapters of your journey are held securely in my hands, and I long to fill them with hope and peace. Open your heart to the depth of my care, for I see you in your quietest hours, when no one else notices the pain etched on your features or the tears you hold back. In those private moments, I stand beside you, whispering assurances that you are cherished, urging you to cast aside the notion that you must traverse life's valleys alone. I am your guiding lamp in the darkness, the tender warmth that envelops your soul when shadows threaten to consume your spirit. Keep your eyes upon me, and know that every breath you take is known to me, every heartbeat is precious, and every anxious thought is something I yearn to soothe. Embrace my presence now, and walk forward with a heart made bold by my enduring faithfulness. I urge you to dwell upon the truth that I am your Creator, and you are my treasured creation, fashioned with infinite precision and care, each detail of your being carefully woven by my loving hands. Let that truth dispel the lies that say you are merely one among countless faces, unheard and unseen, for I know you intimately and call you by name. My commitment to you spans every season, from the hopeful blooms of springtime when life feels fresh, to the cold nights of winter when all seems barren and lost. Through it all, my voice resonates. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Let that steady promise be an anchor when your soul feels adrift. It fills my heart with joy to see you searching for meaning, seeking the deeper purpose behind every trial, because I placed within you an unquenchable thirst for truth and love. Do not fear the unknown road, because I pave a way forward even when you see no path, and I will not abandon you in the wilderness. Like a shepherd tending each precious lamb, I extend my arms to gather you close, to nourish your spirit, and to provide everything you need for this day and all your tomorrows. Let my goodness be your resting place, and never forget that your soul is safe when you lean on my strength. Trust me when I say that I have great plans for you are not an afterthought, but a beloved child in whom I have invested the riches of my kingdom. I shape your character through the storms you face, refining you like gold in a crucible, ensuring that each difficult moment becomes an opportunity for transformation. Do not fret over your limitations, because in my hands even the smallest spark can ignite a mighty flame, and with just a whisper of my breath, mountains can move. So stand firm and do not waver, for I will never turn away from you or forsake you, not for a single instant. Let each new day be a testament to my unwavering promise, a fresh canvas upon which my grace is painted anew, washing away the stains of regret and opening a new chapter of potential and blessing. Do not hold back your burdens from me, for there is no weight too heavy, no sorrow too deep that I cannot bear on your behalf. Pour out your heart in honesty, and watch as I respond with mercy, providing answers that exceed your understanding. I am the one who brought forth light from darkness, and I continue to shine that guiding light into the hidden corners of your heart, showing you that you are never alone in the struggle. Sometimes the answers you seek may not appear as you expect, but keep your hope alive, because my thoughts are higher than yours, and my perspective comprehends eternity. I work all things for good, even the trials that seem to have no redeeming purpose in your eyes. When you are perplexed, remember that my timing is perfect, and I never fail in bringing forth beauty from the ashes of disappointment. Let your trust in me extend beyond your present understanding, for I am weaving a glorious tapestry out of what you see as tangled threads. Believe that something wonderful is unfolding, for I am the author of your story, and it ends in victory. Remember that I am a God of compassion, not condemnation, and I invite you into a relationship marked by closeness, honesty, and profound rest for your weary soul. Let guilt melt away like morning mist, replaced by the assurance that I do not define you by your mistakes, but by my everlasting love. When shame tries to chain you, come to me, and I will break every fetter, restoring your dignity and reminding you that you are precious beyond measure. I am your shield in battle, your solace in hardship, and your guide in uncertainty, ever watchful to supply the grace you need. Step forward in confidence, for I have never left your side, and I will never cease being your steadfast refuge. As you stand at the threshold of hope, I implore you to keep your heart open to the promise of miracles, for I am the same one who has performed wonders beyond imagining throughout the ages. My power has not dimmed with time, and my desire to bless you has not weakened with the trials you face. In your quiet prayers, when words fail and only tears speak, trust that I am listening, shaping answers in ways that will amaze and uplift you. Let the knowledge of my eternal presence fill your days with comfort and your nights with rest, assured that I orchestrate your life with divine precision. Therefore, my child, take courage and let these words settle deep within your soul. You are known, you are loved, and you are held. Do not be discouraged when the winds of adversity blow. Instead, cling to me as your firm foundation, for I shall not be shaken. In the days to come, I will continue to illuminate your path and strengthen your resolve, reminding you always that better things are on the horizon. This promise is for you, and it shall not pass away, because my love endures forever, and it is my delight to lead you from darkness into marvelous light. Rejoice in my faithfulness and walk onward in peace. My dear child, I want you to know how precious you are in my sight, shaped by my own hands with tender care and intention. I formed your heart, mind, and spirit so that you might reflect the wonders of my love, carrying within you a unique spark that no one else can replicate. When you question your worth, look upon the intricate tapestry of your being and realize that I have poured parts of my very essence into you. I delight in every aspect of who you are, from your quirks and laughs to your dreams and desires. You are like a rare pearl found in the depths of the sea, treasured more than all the riches of the world. So do not let self-doubt eclipse the brilliance I have placed in you. The moments you feel overshadowed by others, tempted to compare yourself and believe you fall short, bring those comparisons to me, for I never measure you by earthly standards. I see the masterpiece that I have lovingly fashioned, and I smile at the beauty of my handiwork. There is no single person who can fulfill the role I designed specifically for you, and I long for you to see the magnitude of the potential I have placed within your soul. You were created not as an accident, but as a deliberate expression of my creativity, and your name is etched in the palm of my hand. Let this truth replace any lingering insecurity and fill you with a renewed sense of value and purpose. You are not a faceless voice lost in the crowd. You are my beloved child, and I hear the quiet yearnings of your heart. When your voice shakes or falters and you believe no one is truly listening, remember that I am always attentive. Each sigh, each whisper, each word is precious to me, and I respond with compassion, carefully guiding you through every season of life. Even when you lack the words to express your feelings, I perceive every sorrow, joy, and hope coursing through you. So lift your head, For you are seen, you are heard, and you are cherished. I find joy in your presence and I celebrate you daily, just as a loving parent delights in a cherished child. Your laughter is a song to my ears. Your triumphs cause my heart to swell with pride, and even your struggles stir me to draw closer so I can lift you up. Allow yourself to rest in that warmth and reject the notion that you must earn my approval with flawless performance. I loved you long before you accomplished anything at all, and my affection is not dependent on your achievements. You stand approved by my grace, and that grace lifts you higher than any earthly accolade ever could. Never forget that I have placed gifts inside you, each chosen to shine light into the world in a way only you can. Whether these gifts are quiet and unassuming or bold and unmistakable, each one holds a significance that is part of my divine design. When you feel unsure of your talents, remember that I delighted in giving them to you, hoping you would use them to bring hope, love, and compassion to those around you. So let them bloom, and do not allow fear to keep them buried. I will guide you in cultivating each one for a greater purpose. Think of yourself as a branch connected to the grand vine of my love, receiving life-giving sustenance that enables you to bear fruit in every aspect of your journey. It does not matter if you feel overlooked or disregarded by others, for my eyes are constantly upon you, nurturing your growth. In my kingdom, you have a place of honor at the table, and I have prepared good things for you to enjoy. Whatever the world may say, keep your focus on the fact that I hold you in high esteem, and I long for you to experience the fullness of my favor. When the shadows of doubt creep in and make you question your significance, let my words of reassurance sweep through your mind. You are mine, and I have called you by name. Nothing in this world can separate you from my love, and nothing can diminish the inherent value that your spirit carries. My kindness toward you is as boundless as the ocean, and I yearn for you to stand firm on this unshakable foundation of acceptance. Look past the criticisms that might swirl around you, and root yourself in my unwavering affirmation. Remember that I celebrate your victories, both big and small, because each triumph represents a step of faith, a choice to stand in the identity I have given you. When you succeed, I dance over you with gladness. When you stumble, I reach out my hand to steady you. Think of how precious you are. I have counted every hair on your head, and I have recorded every tear you have shed. If I attend to such details, how much more do you believe I care for the grander matters of your life? This is the truth. You are not alone in your struggles, nor are you forsaken in moments of confusion. Embrace the truth that you are a masterpiece in progress, shaped daily by my gentle hand. Just as a potter molds clay, I use every success, every failure, and every unknown chapter to refine your character and deepen your wisdom. Do not resist the process in fear of the fire, for that very heat is forging in you a resilient spirit that will shine for eternity. Trust that I, the master artist, know exactly how to mold and shape you, and I am deeply invested in seeing you become all you were created to be. I invite you to lay down any disguise or mask you've been wearing, for I see through them to your core, and I still welcome you without hesitation. There is no need to pretend or strive to be someone you are not. Your authenticity draws my presence closer, and I rejoice when you stand securely in the person I have formed you to become. Let my love envelop every insecurity, silencing the voice of the accuser who tells you that you are not good enough. In my arms, you are more than enough. Each time you choose to believe in your God-given worth, you take another step on this path of spiritual growth, bridging the gap between who you think you are and who I declare you to be. Cast aside the chains of past mistakes, for I have already paid the price to set you free from shame. Instead, open your heart wide and allow my acceptance to resonate through every fiber of your being. With each new day, I whisper over you, You are valued beyond measure. Let that message break through every barrier of doubt. Just as a gardener delights in seeing the first blossoms burst forth from the soil, I delight in watching you discover your capacity to bring love into the world. You do not exist merely to fill space. You have an integral part to play in the symphony of creation. So do not discount the stirrings of compassion, the dreams of making a difference, or the urge to show kindness. These impulses are my gentle nudge, reminding you that the seeds of greatness lie within you. Accept your worth and look forward with a determined heart, knowing that I have destined you for remarkable things. Take these words to heart, for they are the foundation upon which I long for you to build a new understanding of yourself. I, your Creator, see you as worthy of love, worthy of grace, and worthy of the blessings I pour upon you. You stand as a jewel of immeasurable price, a testimony to my craftsmanship, shining in the world so others might glimpse my goodness through you. Continue forward in this confidence, and do not allow life's setbacks or the voice of doubt to obscure this truth. Trust in my affirmation, and step boldly into tomorrow with anticipation and hope. My beloved child, I see the burdens you carry, the silent tears you shed when uncertainty gnaws at your heart. I understand how the nights can stretch long, with your mind racing over finances, relationships, health, and every possibility that might go awry. Nothing escapes my notice. I witness each sigh of frustration, each pang of worry, and each moment of exhaustion that makes you question whether your strength will hold. Remember, I am not distant or unconcerned. Rather, I draw near to those who are weary, longing to lift your load. In the midst of your challenges, look to me, for my compassion abounds. When your mind is weighed down by fears about the future, recall that I have led countless souls through the darkest valleys and across the stormiest seas. Consider how I provided manna in the wilderness, how I calmed raging waters, and how I multiplied loaves and fish to feed the hungry. Those stories are not relics of a distant past. They exemplify my nature, which remains unchanged. As I have rescued and guided before, so I will rescue and guide again. Cast your doubts upon me, and let the stories of my faithfulness throughout history rekindle hope within you. I know that troubles can feel like unyielding waves, threatening to pull you under in their relentless tide. Yet remember that I walk upon the very waters that intimidate you. I never promised a life free from every sorrow, but I did promise that you would not face those sorrows alone. I tread beside you in the storm, extending my hand so that with faith, you too might rise above the surge. If you feel you are sinking, call out to me, and I will catch you, for I do not stand by as a mere observer. I am your loving Father, present and proactive in your life. Sometimes you question why certain hardships occur, wondering if you have done something to merit such pain, or if I have forgotten your plight. Know that I neither torment you nor find pleasure in your struggles. The world is broken, and pain seeps through its cracks, affecting hearts and lives in ways that grieve me. Yet even in that brokenness, my redemptive power is at work, weaving every thread, both bright and dark, into a design that will ultimately reflect my glory and bring you closer to my heart. Surrender your why to me, trusting that I hold your answers and your tomorrows. You may face days when loneliness envelops you like a thick fog, obscuring your sense of connection and belonging. In those moments, open your spirit to my presence, for I am the friend who stays closer than any earthly companion could. I am there in the quiet corners, ready to offer comfort and a reminder that you have never been truly alone. Talk to me about your loneliness, and let my voice soothe the ache that others might not understand. Rest assured that my arms are wide enough to hold you through every season of isolation, and I will guide you to communities and friendships that reflect my love. If grief has visited your home, do not hide your tears. I know the sorrow of loss, I wept at the tomb of a friend, feeling the sting of death. Bring your grieving heart to me, for I am well acquainted with your pain. I will not shame you for mourning, and my shoulder is broad enough for every tear you shed. Let your lament be a bridge that leads you closer to my comforting embrace, and trust that I am near to the brokenhearted. Over time, healing will come, and you will see that my compassion never fails, even in the darkest valley. Temptations and stumbling blocks also pepper your path, and you wrestle with the question of why these trials persist. Understand that I do not send temptations to trap you, but I allow you the freedom to grow, to learn the value of dependence on me, and to realize that my grace is sufficient. When you feel the weight of temptation pressing against your soul, invite me into that moment. My Spirit will fortify you, providing a way out when the struggle seems too fierce. Never think you are beyond redemption. My mercy is renewed each morning, and I am always ready to lift you when you fall. In times when disappointment and shattered hopes leave your spirit bruised, remember that I too understand rejection, betrayal, and heartbreak. My path was not one of ease, and I traveled the way of suffering to offer you comfort and true companionship in your moments of despair. Yet, beyond every disappointment, I have the power to bring forth new opportunities, new relationships, and new joys. Your setbacks do not define you. They become stepping stones that can lead you to greater maturity, deeper compassion, and an unshakable understanding of my presence, even in the most challenging times. Financial struggles, job uncertainty, and the pressure of meeting obligations can weigh heavily on your heart. Know that I am the one who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and my resources are infinite. While I do not always supply in the exact manner or timing you imagine, I do provide for my children. Bring your material needs to me in prayer, and learn to be watchful, for I may answer in unexpected ways, opening doors you did not even know were there. Keep faith alive, and learn the beauty of trusting my provision. You will see that I hold everything in my capable hands. The season of waiting can be particularly trying, as each day passes without the resolution or progress you long for. Yet, in the waiting, I work deep within your soul, cultivating patience, refining your perspective, and teaching you reliance on me. Think of seeds lying dormant beneath the winter soil, invisible to the eye, yet preparing to burst forth in spring. So too does your spirit gather strength in these times of stillness. And when I deem the moment right, you will see breakthroughs and blossom in unexpected ways. Embrace the waiting, for it can be a sacred time of profound transformation. I also see the weight you carry for your loved ones, the concern that pulses through your prayers as you intercede for their well-being and salvation. Your devotion to them reflects my own longing for every soul to come into the fullness of my love. When you worry about your family or friends, bring them to me, for I am the one who can touch hearts, shift circumstances, and change destinies. Do not fear the situations that appear hopeless. Instead, cling to me and trust that your loved ones are never outside the realm of my power. Continue to pray, continue to hope, and watch how I move. My child, understand that each struggle you face is an invitation to experience my grace in a way you have never known before. Whether it is a minor irritation or a life-altering crisis, I stand ready to imbue you with strength and perseverance. Let your trials become a school of faith, teaching you reliance on my presence. Though I do not cause all hardships, I redeem them for your growth and for the good of my kingdom. Look back on how far we have already walked together, and be assured that I have not failed you yet. I will not fail you now. So when difficulties arise, do not conclude that you are abandoned or forgotten. Rather, cling to me and let your faith be tested, knowing that as gold is refined by fire, so will you emerge stronger and more radiant after the storm passes. Carry these truths in your heart. I see your pain, and I walk with you through every trial. My comfort is near, my compassion is sure, and I will bring you through the floods and the fires of life, setting your feet on solid ground once more. Have courage, for I am forever by your side, my cherished one. Do not let your heart be troubled when the winds blow fiercely against your life, for I am your mighty shield and defender. No matter what storms swirl around you, my strength remains unmovable, and I will guard you with a love more powerful than any force in heaven or on earth. Take refuge in me, as a child nestles close to a loving parent, and you will find that I have been sheltering you all along. Even when you cannot see the path, my hand never leaves yours, ensuring that you will not be swept away by the waves of adversity. I have promised throughout my word to be your fortress, a place of safety where your spirit can rest. Though you may encounter fierce battles, emotional, spiritual, or even physical, remember that you do not fight alone. I station my angels around you. I stand guard over your soul, and I empower you with my spirit to face each challenge with courage. Let your heart rest in the knowledge that you are surrounded by a divine shield. Darkness may try to invade, but it cannot prevail against my light, for I am the one who spoke the universe into being, and all things are subject to my authority. When trouble looms and fear whispers that you are unprotected, call upon my name and witness the reality of my presence. I respond to the faintest cry of my beloved, intervening in ways both seen and unseen. You may not always recognize my hand immediately, but in due time you will see that I orchestrated events for your ultimate good. I am the sovereign ruler who holds the stars in place, and I can just as easily hold you through the fiercest of storms. Keep your trust anchored in me, and do not let fear dictate your reactions, for I watch over you faithfully. Picture yourself under my wings, as a small bird nestles under the wings of its mother, safe from predators and the elements. In this covering, I soothe your anxieties and grant you peace that transcends understanding. Even in the midst of chaos, my peace can reign in your heart, silencing every intimidating voice and reminding you that you belong to me. Rest beneath the canopy of my protection, and do not allow the enemy of your soul to convince you otherwise. I have declared that you are mine, and I fiercely guard what belongs to me. You might ask, but what if harm still comes my way? Remember that my ways are higher than your ways, and I see every dimension of your existence, past, present, and future, in a way you cannot. Even when I allow struggles, I transform them into instruments for a greater purpose, molding your character and inviting you into deeper fellowship with me. I do not promise a life devoid of all pain. Rather, I promise that every season of pain will be overshadowed by my sustaining grace. I will not let your foot slip beyond recovery, nor will I allow despair to triumph over the spirit I have placed within you. In battles you cannot fight on your own, I will stand at the forefront, becoming your warrior and your shield. Though you may feel exhausted, on the verge of giving up, I will rejuvenate your strength like an eagle soaring on the wind. Remember how I parted the seas for my people when their enemies pursued them. In like manner, I make a way when it seems impossible, though it may not always look like what you expect. Keep your eyes focused on me, and let my might embolden your weary heart, for I never fail in rescuing those who trust in me. I have placed my spirit within you to guide and comfort you, to remind you of my power when your eyes only see the giants in front of you. Draw upon that spirit in times of trouble, and you will find a supernatural resilience rising within you, a calm that defies logic, and a joy that persists even in tribulation. This is my gift to you, not a fleeting sense of security, but an eternal promise woven into your very being. Wherever you go, in every trial you face, my spirit stands as a testament that I have not left you orphaned or unprotected. When the future appears uncertain and you cannot see a clear path, remember that I go before you, preparing the way. I open doors no one can shut, and I close doors that would lead you astray. Though your path may twist and turn, my guiding hand is never absent. Trust that each step of your journey is watched over by me, and even if you stumble, I will lift you up. Like a lantern in the darkest night, my word illuminates the road beneath your feet, ensuring you do not walk blindly into danger. My promise of protection extends not only to your external circumstances, but also to the battles waged in your mind. Fears, doubts, and despair sometimes assault your thoughts, yet I assure you that I am your stronghold. Bring each worry into the light of my presence, and let my truth refute every lie that tries to take root. Speak my promises over your life. Remind yourself that I am your guardian, your rescuer, your very present help in times of trouble. The enemy's tactics lose their power when you cling to the truth of who I am and who you are in me. Think back to previous crises when you felt certain there was no escape, yet found yourself safe in the end. Those deliverances were not coincidences, but demonstrations of my faithfulness. I do not rescue you once and then forget about you. I am consistently active in your life, championing your cause and shielding your heart. Let the memory of my past interventions fuel your faith for what lies ahead, for I remain the same yesterday, today, and forever. Like a fortress built upon unshakable rock, my pledge to protect you stands through every trial. Just as a skilled craftsman cares for his tools, ensuring they remain in prime condition to accomplish their work, so do I care for you, equipping you to fulfill your purpose. I guard you from ultimate harm so that you can carry out the assignments I've laid before you, reflecting my love in a world that desperately needs it. When troubles surge, you can be confident that no final destruction will befall you, because my kingdom work in you will not be thwarted. My protection is not merely to shield you passively, but to empower you to move forward in bold faith. Even when you feel hidden or forgotten, my watchful gaze never leaves you. I see every sparrow that falls, and I certainly do not overlook you. Your life is precious, your purpose is divinely authored, and I stake my reputation on fulfilling the promises I have made. Rest assured that as you continue to cling to me, you remain under my protection. Let that truth embolden your spirit, causing worry to flee and hope to rise. Remember, my protection is a reflection of my love, and that love knows no end. Hold these assurances close to your heart. I am your protector, and I stand resolute against all that seeks to harm you. Although you may still experience challenges, you will not be overcome, because I fight for you. Come under the shadow of my wings, and let your spirit find calm in the knowledge that I have secured your victory. Trust me completely, and walk onward, free from dread. For your steps are directed by a loving God who calls you by name, and who has promised to keep you safe from the raging storms. This is my vow: you are never alone, and I am your unshakable refuge. My beloved, I extend an invitation that is open and free. Bring your heart to me in prayer. This is not a complex ritual that requires impressive words or grand ceremonies. All I desire is honesty and a willingness to share your inmost thoughts. Speak to me as a child speaks to a caring parent, without pretense or fear. In the private sanctuary of prayer, we deepen our bond, and I pour out my grace upon you. Let this simple act become a cornerstone of your day, for I treasure every moment you choose to spend in conversation with me. You may wonder if I truly hear you, especially when you do not perceive immediate answers. Rest assured, I not only hear your words, but I also discern the silent cries of your soul. Your prayers are like incense rising before me, a sweet aroma that draws my attention and stirs my compassion. I store each of them tenderly, and in my perfect wisdom, I respond in ways that align with my greater plan for your life. When answers are delayed, Do not lose heart. Trust that I am orchestrating things for your ultimate good and that I will reveal my hand in due season. Sometimes, in frustration or despair, you may feel you have no words to offer. Even then, come to me. Let your tears, your sighs, and your heartache be your prayer. My spirit intercedes when your own language falters, translating your groans into divine supplication. Never hesitate to draw near, because my love does not waver according to how eloquently you speak. I respond to sincerity, and nothing pleases me more than a heart laid open in truth and vulnerability. Prayer is not just about requesting assistance, though I am delighted to meet your needs. It is also a channel for gratitude and praise, a moment to remember my faithfulness and to recount the countless ways I have blessed you. When you feel discouraged, shift your perspective by recalling past victories and expressing thankfulness. This act of praise dispels the fog of despair and reminds you that I remain the same God who led you through yesterday's struggles and ushered you into a brighter tomorrow. Gratitude draws my presence closer, bathing your spirit in warmth and renewed hope. Beyond speaking to me, I urge you to cultivate the habit of listening. Quiet your racing thoughts and open your heart to my gentle whisper, for I often answer in the stillness that follows your petitions. Do not be disheartened if my voice does not resonate like thunder. It may come as a nudge of intuition, a verse that stirs your heart, or the wise words of a friend. With time and practice, you will become increasingly attuned to the ways I communicate, realizing that I have been guiding you all along. Trust is the next critical step, as prayer without trust leaves you unsettled and continually worrying if your pleas have been heard. I invite you to place your uncertainties in my hands, believing that I am more than capable of handling them. Consider the lilies of the field, how they neither toil nor spin, yet are adorned in splendor. If I care so tenderly for them, how much more will I care for you, my child? Let this assurance settle in your heart, dispelling every anxious notion that tries to root itself in your mind. When doubts surface about my willingness to answer, about your worthiness, or about the effectiveness of prayer, bring those doubts to me as well. I am not shaken by your questions. Rather, I encourage you to wrestle with your uncertainties in my presence, because such honest seeking often leads to deeper revelation. In due time, I will confirm what is true and uproot what is false, fortifying your faith with a foundation that cannot be toppled by life's storms. Do not be ashamed of your doubts, for I already see them. Instead, use them as a stepping stone to a more profound trust. Let your prayer life extend beyond your personal needs. Intercede for others, especially those who may not know me or who are struggling in ways unseen by most. As you do so, your own trials gain perspective, and your heart expands to resemble mine. Compassion grows when you lift others up, and I respond by pouring out blessings in unexpected places. Witness the ripples of grace that flow from a single prayer of intercession, impacting lives you never dreamed of touching, proving once more the boundless power of my love. Prayer can become a continuous dialogue throughout your day, not confined to certain times or places. Even amid daily tasks and responsibilities, whisper your thoughts to me, and you will discover that my peace lingers in every part of your life. Do not think that only formal prayers matter. I delight in hearing from you when you are joyful, stressed, excited, or confused. In every emotional peak and valley, I stand ready to converse, to comfort, and to guide. Make me your confidant, and watch as anxiety loses its grip on your heart. Another dimension of trusting me is releasing outcomes into my hands. Pray with boldness and faith, but also with a heart willing to submit to my will, knowing my perspective surpasses your own. Surrender is not weakness, it is an act of profound courage, acknowledging that I know what is best for you. Let go of the urge to control every detail and rest in the security of my sovereignty. As you do so, you will find that peace replaces anxiety, and hope ignites even in uncertain seasons. Remember that I respond not only to the content of your prayers, but also to the posture of your heart. Approach me with humility, understanding that my ways are higher than yours, and I will lift you up. When pride seeks to direct your requests, examine yourself and come back to me in honesty, asking me to align your desires with my plan. It is in that alignment that you experience the fullness of my joy and the clarity of my guidance. Let prayer refine you, teaching you to love what I love and to desire what I desire. As your trust in me grows, you will experience an increasing sense of boldness, a readiness to stand in faith even when the circumstances look bleak. This confidence does not come from your own strength, but from recognizing that the Almighty God has pledged himself to your cause. Therefore, do not shrink back. Pray with the certainty that my arm is not too short to save, and that my ear is not deaf to your pleas. Your trust honors me, and it opens the floodgates of my power in your life. So lift up your heart and voice, assured that your prayers matter to me. Continue this conversation with me day by day, moment by moment, and you will discover a depth of relationship you never thought possible. I am accessible to you always, your constant companion, your ceaseless guide, your faithful friend. In prayer, we unite in purpose. In trust, we conquer every doubt. Therefore, my child, do not be timid or faint-hearted. Step into the light of my presence, pour out your heart, and rest in the certainty that I am listening. Walk forward in prayerful confidence, for I will never fail you, and my love for you endures forever. My precious child, let your eyes look beyond the present storms, for I have woven a future of hope and promise for you. Though your current challenges may loom large, they do not cancel the plans I have formed since before you drew your first breath. I take the broken pieces of your life and create something more beautiful than you can envision, transforming sorrow into a platform for miracles. Every trial, every tear, is a chapter in a grand story of redemption and triumph if you trust in my sustaining power. Take courage, for I am the God who writes endings of victory. Begin to imagine a tomorrow where you stand strong, not because you have never stumbled, but because I lifted you every time you fell. Picture doors opening that you once believed were forever shut, and relationships mended that seemed hopelessly lost. Envision your capacity to love and give growing exponentially, illuminating the darkness around you. These are not idle dreams, but glimpses of the destiny I have mapped out for you. Lean into this vision, for faith sees beyond what is visible and grasps the promises I have declared. Day by day, I am guiding you toward the abundant life I intend for you. You do not need to carry yesterday's regrets into your tomorrow, for I have forgiven your past mistakes, casting them as far as the east is from the west. Let go of the guilt and the shame that weigh you down. They serve no purpose in the new chapter I am writing. My mercies are renewed each morning, painting the horizon of your future with fresh possibilities. Approach every sunrise as an opportunity to write a different story, free from the shadows that once confined you. When regret tries to resurface, remind yourself that my grace is stronger than any shortcoming. I want you to dream, to dare to imagine blessings and opportunities beyond your current experiences. My plan for you is expansive, stretching from the simplest joys to the grandest breakthroughs. When you open your heart to hope, you open yourself to my divine orchestration, allowing me to arrange people and circumstances in extraordinary ways. Do not let fear of disappointment stop you from dreaming big, for even if certain doors close, I have others ready to open. Walk with your head held high, expecting good things, because a hopeful heart resonates with my creative power. Keep in mind that preparation is vital. Just as a farmer plows the field before sowing seeds, so must you cooperate with my leading, honing your skills, refining your character, and aligning your heart with my word. Invest in the gifts I have given you. Study and learn. Be disciplined in your endeavors, and watch as I bless the work of your hands. Faith and preparation go hand in hand. While faith believes the harvest will come, preparation readies the soil to receive the seeds. Trust me to multiply your efforts, for I am the one who brings the increase and establishes the harvest. When you stumble, do not lose heart, for each misstep is a chance for you to depend more fully on me. The future I have laid out is not reserved for those who walk flawlessly, but for those who persist in faith, believing that my grace covers their weaknesses. Allow humility to guide you back to my presence each time you stray. I will use even your mistakes to refine your spirit, teaching you lessons that polish your character. As you move forward, you will see that no experience is wasted in my economy. Everything can be turned to good when placed in my hands. Let your vision broaden beyond your personal aspirations, for the blessings I bestow on you are meant to overflow into the lives of others. The future I prepare includes your growth as a conduit of my love, touching hearts that are lost and healing wounds that are deep. Allow compassion to be the driving force behind your dreams, so that you yearn not merely for personal success, but for the chance to shine my light in dark places. As you bless others, you will find your own life enriched in ways you never imagined, for I reward those who selflessly serve. Keep your mind fixed on my promises, so you do not become entangled in the negativity that swirls around you. The world may clamor with voices of defeat and despair, but remember that I have conquered the world. Nourish your mind with thoughts of my power, my goodness, and my unending faithfulness, allowing praise to guide your focus instead of fear. A future built on my promises stands on a foundation that cannot be shaken, no matter what storms arise. As you dwell on my truth, your perspective will shift from earthly impossibilities to heavenly possibilities. Expect breakthroughs in areas that have long been stagnant, for my timing is precise, and I know exactly when to release the floodgates of blessing. Your prayers and faith have not gone unnoticed, and each one has been stored like precious treasures in my vault of provision. Continue to ask, continue to seek, and continue to knock, for those who persevere often experience miracles beyond comprehension. Even if the process feels slow, trust that my delays are not denials. I orchestrate everything with infinite wisdom, ensuring that when blessings come, they arrive at the moment you can best steward them. Let your words reflect the hope that lives within you. Speak life over your circumstances, prophesying my goodness into every corner of your existence. When negativity tries to infest your speech, counter it with declarations of faith. Your words wield power to build up or tear down, to invite positivity or perpetuate doubt. Align your confession with what I say about you and your future. As you choose to speak with gratitude and optimism, you set in motion a ripple effect that impacts your atmosphere and draws others into the realm of faith. In this way, your own heart is also strengthened. Cherish every step of the journey, for each moment is a link in the chain leading you to the fulfillment of my promises. Sometimes progress is slow and frustration can creep in, but I encourage you to hold on. A diamond is formed under pressure, and so is a resilient, unbreakable faith. Let perseverance have its perfect work, molding you into someone who can handle the fullness of the blessings I have in store. Do not resent the trials along the way. Rather, see them as opportunities to develop the character required to sustain the glorious future I have planned. Look around and see that I am already moving, even in the small details. When you notice my hand in the ordinary, you gain confidence that I am also working in the extraordinary. Every good gift you receive, every instance of protection and provision, is a testament to my ongoing involvement in your life. This realization fuels a grateful heart and a hopeful spirit. Cling to these signs of my presence as you press forward. because they confirm that I am not just a distant observer, but an active author of your story, guiding the narrative toward triumph. So lift your head, my beloved, for I have charted a course leading to abundance, joy, and spiritual depth. Do not allow the shadows of doubt or the echoes of past failures to rob you of the vibrant hope that awaits. Take my hand, and we will walk forward together into a future sparkling with promise. Your best days are not behind you, they lie ahead, and I will make a way where none seems possible. Believe in my unchanging love, lean on my unwavering strength, and prepare to see my glorious faithfulness displayed before your very eyes. My precious child, as you stand at the brink of all that lies ahead, never forget this enduring truth. My love for you does not waver. Through every season of joy and sorrow, in times of plenty and in moments of lack, I have consistently watched over you. This love remains a blazing beacon, guiding you through valleys of uncertainty and onto the mountaintops of triumph. Let it anchor your soul, so that no matter what life presents, you will find your footing in the unwavering constancy of my devotion. I bless you with a renewed sense of peace, the kind of peace that transcends life's chaotic circumstances. Let your heart be still, for I hold you in the palm of my hand, and I will never allow you to slip through my grasp. Remember, your story matters to me, every chapter and every sentence. As you take your next steps, do so with the confidence that you are led, protected, and cherished by a love that predates your first breath and will outlast the final sunset. Remember the promises I have spoken. I will strengthen you, I will uphold you, and I will bestow upon you a future filled with hope. These are not empty words, but a solemn vow, backed by the authority of the one who created the heavens and the earth. In moments of weariness, when doubts loom large, reflect on this pledge and let it galvanize your faith once again. I have never forsaken you, and I will not begin now. My desire is for you to walk in fullness of grace, fullness of joy, and fullness of purpose. Look to tomorrow not with trepidation, but with a heart brimming with expectancy. Yes, challenges may still arise, but each one is an opportunity for my glory to shine and for your trust in me to deepen. Hold your head high, for you are a child of promise, and I, the everlasting God, stand beside you, eager to demonstrate my faithfulness yet again. As you go forward, let each step resonate with the assurance that the very best is yet to come. My plans for you extend far beyond your wildest hopes, woven with threads of mercy, grace, and wonder. Keep your gaze fixed on me, and you will discover that your path is lit with my unfailing light. Thus, I send you forth with my blessing, a blessing that encompasses your spirit, your relationships, your endeavors, and your destiny. Walk boldly, knowing you are never alone, for I am always with you, surrounding you in limitless, unending love.